Now, dear students, in the third chapter, second part, we have done three reforms under agriculture. We have done technical reforms. We have done institutional reforms. Now, in today's lecture, I shall be doing the third reform, that is general reforms. In general reform, the first thing is expansion of irrigation facilities. Expansion of irrigation facilities. Now, in the problems of Indian agriculture, we have studied that most of the farmers are not having the irrigation facilities like tube wells, canals, etc. So they have to depend upon the monsoon for production. In 1951, only 17% of land was under irrigation, but now it has increased to 47%. Second point, provision of credit. In problem of agriculture, we have studied that the farmers face the problem of finance. So to remove the problem of finance, the government provided them credit at cheaper rates, and that was done with the help of RRB. RRB means regional rural banks. Now these banks, they provide loans to marginal and small farmers at cheaper rate of interest to purchase seeds, fertilizers and pesticides. Then we have in 1982, NABARD was established, which is the apex bank which provides loans to farmers at national level. The full form of NABARD is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, dear students, in the examination you can be asked, when was NABARD established? Now, what was the role of NABARD? Its role was to provide farmers and with loans at national level. Clear? Now, this was the second point of general reforms. Third is development of regulated markets and cooperative markets. Now, regulated market means the markets which are regulated by the government. Now, in every country, in every state in our country, we have markets where the fruits and goods are sold and purchased. Now, that is owned by the government of that country. Government of that, you can say, owned by the people of that state. So, then we have cooperative markets. Cooperative market means it is being developed by cooperative societies. Now, these societies comprise of the farmers, sarpanch and landlords who fix the price for their produce so that their goods are sold, their production is sold at reasonable price in the market. Last is price support policy. Now, in order to encourage the small and marginal farmers to produce more, the government fixes minimum support price for their produce. Minimum support price means that at least they must get the price equal to their money spent on production of that food grain. And when the farmers get minimum support price for their produce, then they will be encouraged to produce more in the next season. So students, these were the 4 reforms under general which we have to study. Now next we have the concept of green revolution. Now this green revolution, it is concerned with the rapid increase in agricultural production. Rapid increase in agricultural production by the use of HYV seeds. Now what is HYV seeds full form? High yielding variety of seeds. So this is known as green revolution. It means the increase in agriculture production by the use of HYV seeds. Now in India, green revolution was started in the year 1960 under 2 phases. First phase and second phase. First phase is from 1960 to 70. In this phase, the more pressure was on the production of wheat. Therefore, it was mainly confined to the states of Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP. Therefore, it is also known as wheat revolution, because there was more production of wheat instead of other food grains. The second phase is between 1970 to 1980. In this phase, the production was done of rice, maize, jawar, bajra, etc. Therefore, it is also known as the phase of decentralization. Now, what do you mean by decentralization? It means not only of one food grain were produced, different types of food grains were produced in the phase between 1970 to 1980. So these were the 2 phases of green revolution. Now we shall study the features of green revolutions. Now, what was the features of green revolution? The first one was the focus on potential regions. Features of green revolution. पहला है focus on potential regions. It means the government will decide which regions are to be selected for the production of particular type of food grains so that the resources are optimally utilized. Optimally utilized. What do optimally? Optimally means full and better use of resources. Which means there must be no wastage of resources. So this was the first feature of green revolution, that they will select those regions which are having more resources which can be used for production. Second is introduction of modern inputs. Introduction of modern inputs. Now in green revolution, it was decided that new techniques will be used by the government to increase production. So these techniques includes, first is use of HYV seeds. Second, use of chemical fertilizers. Third, development of irrigation facilities. Fourth, application of pesticides. And fifth, use of chemical fertilizers हो गया हमारा, HYV seeds हो गया, availability of cheaper credit, cheap credit. So these are the two features of green revolution in India. Now, students, we shall study about the effects of green revolution. First, we shall study the positive effect of green revolution. First point, the first positive effect was increase in productivity. Now students, you know, again I am repeating it, productivity means per hectare production. Now because of green revolution and the use of HYV seeds, there has been increase in productivity. That means per hectare production has increased. Per hectare production has increased rapidly. Now, rapidly can also be written as fastly. Clear? Now, second is self-sufficiency. Now, because of green revolution, we have become self-sufficient in the production of food grains. Now, before green revolution, we had to depend upon the other countries for the import of various food grains, but now we have become self-sufficient in the production of food grains. Third is marketable surplus. Now, because of introduction of green revolution, use of HYV seeds, new techniques, the farmers have shifted themselves from subsistence farming to commercial farming, which means now they can produce extra which is required by them, and that extra is sold in the market, by which they get income and they improve their standard of living. Fourth point, benefit for low income groups. Now students, because of marketable surplus, large amount of was sold in the market, so people with low income group were able to purchase the food grains at low rate of interest. Then is increase in employment. Because of green revolution, the problem of seasonal unemployment has been removed. That means there is no problem of seasonal unemployment. Now students, you know, previously what happened before the green revolution, most of the farmers, they were idle for 6 or 7 months because of seasonal unemployment. But now with the coming of green revolution, this problem has also been removed. Then is change in farmers' outlook. Change in farmers' outlook. Now students, this means that the farmer has changed his mind from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Which means now the farmers have started producing not for our own, but for sale in the market. So students, these were the 6 positive effects of Green Revolution. First was increase in productivity, which means per hectare production is more. Second is self-sufficiency. Previously, we used to depend upon the import of food grains from outside, but now it has been removed. Third is marketable surplus. It means the surplus, that means the food grains are produced more than the required and the surplus is sold in the market. Fourth is benefit for low income group. Whenever there is agriculture production is more, there will be more supply in the market. As a result, the price will be low, and so the low income group will also be able to purchase it. Then is increase in employment. The employment has increased because of, and it has removed the problem of seasonal unemployment. Last is change in farmers' outlook. That means farmers have shifted themselves from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Now students, last topic of this chapter is limitations of Green Revolution. Now instead of limitations, exam you can be asked the word bad effects. What was the bad effects of Green Revolution? So answer will be same. पहला bad effect क्या है इसका? Limited crops. As I told you earlier, there were 2 phases of Green Revolution, 1960 and 1970s में, and in 1960 and 70 only production was given, more production was done of the wheat and not of other crops. Second is limited area, limited regions. Now you remember that in the first phase, the production of wheat was only confined to North India, such as Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, etc. So this was the second drawback. Third is economic divide. Economic divide means there arose gap between rich farmers and poor farmers. That means rich farmers became more richer and the poor farmer became more poor. Then is ecological degradation. Ecological degradation. That is by the use of technique, although there has been increase in agriculture production, but beside that, it has also led to various types of pollution. That is, there is soil pollution, loss in soil fertility. One is soil pollution, decrease in soil fertility, etc. And last is unemployment. Now unemployment means what? That is, now in states of Punjab and Haryana, there were most people who were migrant from other states because of coming of new techniques, threshers, tractors and harvesters. There is no requirement of the labor, so that as a result the labor will be unemployed. So these are the limitations of Green Revolution. So students, we have started concluding this chapter today. Now for this chapter I have made 3 videos. First video, second video and third video, and if you have any queries you can ask me on my email. Okay, thank you. All the best.